Sarah?
Yes, I'm traveling along with your friends now. I'm very happy that you're doing well. By the way, how is it that you recovered? Wait a second. What do you mean by that? Ray Ray got all better 'cause of the medicine. Kay?
Exactly.
Well, yes. The remedy does cure stone sickness, of course. But the problem is, it doesn't usually happen this quickly.
What you say is true.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you're well, too. I don't like to see anyone turn to stone. It's just, what would you call it? Curiosity?
Killed the
Everything
cat.
about your sickness was very unusual. From the short incubation period to how slowly it progressed. So I was just a little curious, that's all. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't upset you.
No, it's okay. I suppose keeping secrets isn't the best idea.
Raimi?
Edge, I'm sorry. I'd hoped I could just keep all this to myself forever.
Keep what to yourself?
What are you talking about?
Let me guess. Does this have something to do with the mark that showed up on your neck a moment ago?
So, you have seen it. All right. I guess I'll explain everything.
Oh boy.
Our homeworld, Earth, suffered radiation contamination on a massive scale, making it uninhabitable for normal humans. Scientists performed endless experiments looking for some way, any way, to adapt us to the severe environment. One of those experiments was called Project Hope. It was a plan to create a race of superhumans, able to thrive under the harshest conditions imaginable. Earth was once home to an ancient race with extraordinary survival abilities. Using their DNA, some special children were born, the seeds of hope. They possessed supernormal abilities, but the experiment produced only 3 successes. I happen to be one of them. The second is Crow.
Crow?
And the third one... The third one is you, Edge.
What?
Me?
Normally, our bodies are no different from those of natural humans. But when we're faced with crises or when we experience strong emotions, the crests on our bodies activate and we gain access to supernormal powers. Hasn't it ever happened to you, Edge?
Yeah, it has, right at the beginning of the
Now you
game.
mention it.
My capacity for adaptation is especially strong. Whatever environment or disease I come in contact with, my body adjusts to it on its own. The reason my incubation period was so fast and the progress of the disease was so slow is because my body was attempting to adapt. And the reason the remedy cured me so quickly is because those powers of adaptation stimulated the healing process. Remember what I said to you before, Edge? That something like this couldn't kill me? Even if the entire world fell to an incurable pandemic, I alone would survive.
That kind of
That's what it means
sucks.
to be one of the seeds of hope. We aren't normal human beings.
I'd be the last human left on Earth because I have
This
a
ancient
thing
race
that
of
makes me so I
people
don't
are
get
the Mua?
can't die from sickness.
When the Cardionon said, direct descendants of the Mua, that's what he was talking about.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have no idea what you all are talking about. But I can tell that it probably wasn't something I should have brought up lightly. I'm terribly sorry.
Not at all. It was kind of relieving, actually.
really get it either, Kay. But Ray Ray, you're still Ray Ray, right?
Of course, she had this before when you met her. We
You're
just
still
didn't know.
the Ray Ray we've been with all along, right? That's all that matters, Kay. I didn't know what to do when you were saying all those weird things, Kay.
Edge, Raimi, you're both my friends, and that's all that matters. From the moment you saved me to the very end.
Mary.
I have nothing particular to say either. It remains a fact, after all, that meeting you two has brought warmth to my cold steel body.
Why, you almost seem bashful, Bacchus.
Almost.
I believe this is my cue to exit. I'd rather you not see my own bashful face, so I will say nothing.
Well then, I suppose we'll be going too. Good night, Kay.
But
Sleep tight, you two.
And they leave them in the same room together. Yay.
Edge, are you mad at me?
no, that's not it. It's just, well, it's a bit of a shock. Seeds of hope. Huh.
That's what they called us. They were counting on us to bring hope and happiness to mankind, but I hate it. I hate what it's given me.
Raimi.
Back when I was little, some of my friends took me to play in one of the forbidden areas. We didn't think much of it. But we were contaminated, all of us. Irradiated so badly we had no hope. My friends all died in terrible pain from the contamination. But this power of mine, it just refused to let me die. The adults all blamed me, said it was my fault. She's a monster, they said. She's not human.
Raimi, stop.
Why the hell did you survive? You should have died like them, screaming in pain.
That's enough.
But then, Mom and Dad told me the truth. They told me, it's okay. You're going to bring happiness to us all. But how? Who could I possibly make happy? Someone like me. Someone who can live without a care in the world.
Raimi.
Edge.
About time they got that close.
You make me happy just by being alive.
Jeez.
And I know Crow would say the same.
My power isn't anything special at all. But you're different. Everyone suffering from stone sickness here will get the medicine they need because of what you've done. So please, stop looking so sad. You can accomplish something. I know it. Don't worry. Take all the time you need. Sooner or later, the old Edge will come back. You've never done anything wrong.
I'm sorry. I do need more time. But thank you. I feel a little better.
Aw, so my mic muted itself. So as I was saying, I'd hate to fall asleep with heels on. I don't even want to know how that feels, and I haven't really ever worn heels. Just like, ugh. Imagine that wrecking your ankle if you try to move it too much.
Don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight.
Sounds like me! My sleep schedule's been screwed. Royally screwed. Alright, yep, there's no chest up here, so we can just head down here and not save it. And watch yet another cutscene. It's kind of dark outside. Awesome. This is kind of like that one of the big turning points in Star Ocean 3. I won't spoil it for those who haven't played because it's a huge spoiler for the game.
Pretty nice show in the Coliseum. You sure were impressive, Mr. Hero.
I don't know. You think
But
so?
yeah,
I think we can do
I
better
like
than
that
that.
point.
No kidding. Maybe he just had weak opponents.
Yeah, whatever you say. It was just a fluke, okay?
Hey, don't get smart with us. We know your little secret.
That's sort of yours. It's not often you see a treasure like that. A blade like that with that kind of power. I'm impressed.
Anybody could have won with a sword like that, huh?
Why don't you get to the point?
Yeah, why don't we?
Oh boy,
How about you hand
boom,
that
the
thing over?
daggers.
Just set it down and walk away. Unless you want to get hurt.
I get it. Plain old goons after my sword, huh? I guess they didn't notice the attacks I was using in the Coliseum. I didn't win that fight with the sword alone. These guys are the same, lusting for power beyond their means. Exactly the same. I knew it. Our very existence on an underdeveloped planet is dangerous interference. Look, this sword isn't nearly as powerful as you think. It's like a toy compared to antimatter.
What?
But I won't hand it over to someone who doesn't properly respect it. Got that?
Quit your babbling and give it over. Yeah.
Who needs to pull a sword against a bunch of rank amateurs anyway?
You little...
All right, that's it. You're gonna die, man.
Oh no, we're gonna
Fighting off all
die.
three isn't going to be easy. Looks like I'm not getting out of this scot-free.